Let's keep going with my Genesis series. So the last time, just to remind you, we read the part about the flood with Noah, and now we're going to keep on going with the part where the flood recedes. So let's get into the word today. We're in Genesis chapter 8. So God remembered Noah as well as all the wildlife and all the livestock that were with him in the ark. God caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the water began to subside. The sources of the watery depth and the floodgates of the sky were closed, and the rain from the sky stopped. The water steadily receded from the earth, and by the end of the 150 days, the water had decreased significantly. The ark came to rest on the seventh month, and the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. The water continued to recede until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were visible. After 40 days, Noah opened the window of the ark and that he had made, and he sent out a raven. It went back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then he sent out a dove to see whether the water on the earth's surface had gone down. But the dove found no resting place for its foot. It returned to him in the ark because water covered the surface of the whole earth. He reached out and brought it into the ark to himself. So Noah waited 7 more days and sent out a dove from the ark again. When the dove came to him at evening, there was a plucked olive leaf in its beak. So Noah knew that the water on the earth's surface had gone down. After he waited another 7 more days, he sent out the dove, but it did not return to him again. In 601st year, in the first month, on the first day of the month, the water that had covered the earth was dried up. Then Noah removed the ark's cover and saw that the surface of the ground was drying. But the 27th day of the second month, the earth was dry. So you can imagine that that would have been such a relief for Noah after so many days being cramped in an ark with all these animals and his family. Noah definitely had a lot of patience with the Lord. And then we're going to keep on reading a little bit more. So then God spoke to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you, your wife, your sons, and your sons' wives with you. Bring out all the living creatures that are with you, birds, livestock, those that crawl on the earth, and they will spread over the earth and be fruitful and multiply on the earth." So Noah, along with his sons, his wife, and his sons' wives came out. All the animals, all the creatures that crawl, and all the flying creatures, everything that moves on the earth came out of the ark by their families. Then Noah built an altar to the Lord. He took some of every kind of clean animal and every kind of clean bird and offered burnt offerings on the altar. When the Lord smelled the pleasing aroma, he said to himself, "I will never again curse the ground because of human beings, even though the inclination of the human heart is evil from youth onward, and I will never again strike down every living thing as I have done. As long as the earth endures said time, the harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night will not cease." That is amazing. And I think then we'll finish off with the covenant of Noah. I know that this is a lot of reading, so thank you for bearing with me if you are still here. But yeah, let's finish with the covenant, God's covenant with Noah. So God blessed Noah with his sons and said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. The fear and terror of you will be in every living creature on the earth, every bird of the sky, every creature that crawls on the ground, and all the fish of the sea. They are placed under your authority. Every creature that lives and moves will be food for you. As I gave the green plants, I have given you everything. However, you must not eat meat with its lifeblood in it, and I will require a penalty for your lifeblood. I will require it from any animal and from any human. If someone murders a fellow human, I will require that person's life. Whoever sheds human blood, by humans his blood will be shed. For God made humans in his image. But you be fruitful and multiply. Spread out over the earth and multiply on it. Then God said to Noah and his sons with him, understand that I am establishing my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, birds, livestock, and all wildlife of the earth that are with you. All the animals of the earth that came out of the ark, I establish my covenant with you that never again will every creature be wiped out by flood waters. There will never again be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, this is the sign of the covenant I am making between you, me and you and every living creature with you, a covenant for all future generations. I have placed my bow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I form clouds over the earth and the bow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures. Water will never again become a flood to destroy every creature. The bow will be in the clouds and will look at it and remember the permanent covenant between God and all the living creatures on earth. God said to Noah, this is the sign of the covenant, and I have established between me and every creature on earth. So I think what they were referring to there was the rainbow. I think one of the sad things is that, a certain community have taken the rainbow sign and made it their own. I think that, this is one sad thing, because for Christians, this means this is a very significant thing. It's the covenant, but yeah, I guess that's probably a topic for another day. But anyway, I hope that this was encouraging for someone, and, because we sometimes we would have heard these stories in childhood, but not actually reflected on them, or really paid attention to what the words were saying. So I'm really glad that I'm actually doing this with you guys, and yeah, may God bless you all.